Listener, if you've been with a tender lover, you know that they treat every clit like a new adventure. Each one's a unique little snowflake. They know that they can't treat them all the same. And Helix Sleep treats you like a little clit, listener. They know that every person's unique and needs a unique mattress just for them. Okay? I have a Helix mattress, and I just feel so tenderly loved and stroked by my Helix mattress because I went to helixsleep.com. I took their 2-minute mattress quiz. I put in what type of sleeper I was, what type of mattress firmness I liked. I talked about my lower back pain a little bit, and that algorithm spat out the perfect mattress for me. I've had it a little over a year now. I have never slept better. So if you're looking for a mattress, go take the quiz, order the mattress that you're matched to, and it's going to come right to your door, shipped for free. You don't ever have to go to a mattress store again. And if you don't like it, you have 100 nights to try it. You will get a full refund, and they will come and pick it up for you. Plus, there is a 10-year warranty. Just go to helixsleep.com/gaysex, take their 2-minute sleep quiz, and they'll match you to a customized mattress that will give you the best sleep of your life. Don't just take my word for it, listener. GQ and Wired magazine named it their top overall #1 best mattress of 2020. It's really great, listener, and Helix is offering up to $200 off all mattress orders and 2 free dream pillows for our listeners at helixsleep.com/gaysex. That's helixsleep.com/gaysex. Go take that quiz. I did. I do not regret it, and neither will you. You cute little clit.
The story that I'm going to tell is about the time I went down on my best girlfriend at a public fountain. So my husband and I meet up with my best girlfriend. We're just like bar hopping, hanging out. And it's about 1:30 in the morning. And we're just like kind of stopped there talking and laughing. And then I honestly don't know how it went from that to me going down on my friend. This is literally a major thoroughfare. People are actively bar hopping. This one dude stops and fist bumps my husband like, I don't know.
How you doing, Bottom Nation? I love that. I am coming to Phoenix in February. I'm coming back to Indiana and Denver in May. I'm coming to South Florida at some point, New York every Sunday. Patreon.com/WHGS for discounts on those tickets, bonus episodes, cameos, Zoom calls with me, recorded stand-up, free Zoom live shows, all kinds of cool stuff. I was in DC last week. Even with Omicron, we were masked up and we sold over 1,000 tickets. So if you're like thinking about waiting on the show, don't do that. The tickets sell really fast. So AshleyGavin.com, get on the mailing list if the tour dates haven't dropped yet. And on today's episode, we have Franqi French back. She is headlining in DC in March or April, I believe. We have those dates in the show. But go check out her Instagram at Franqi French. And of course, go check out Kate's. You could submit your gender of the week on Kate's Instagram at @TheKateSisk. Kate to 10K. A great episode with Franqi today. We get into a hilarious public sex act. That's all I'm going to say because it is such a funny story. Thanks, guys. I hope you have a phenomenal week just full of gay sex or no gay sex, if that's just the right amount of gay sex for you, you little bottom and offended top.
Well, if I get COVID, I'm convinced I have it, but...
I'm convinced you have it.
Oh, you think you have it right now?
Yeah, I was a little delirious last night.
You were great, but like definitely on a different planet.
I was having fun, but I was like, ah!
What happened?
Yeah.
Were you on a bunch of meds or something?
No, I just
COVID.
I just had such a bad headache and had to like really amp myself up to do the show, and
Gotcha.
I just like chugged a Coca-Cola and
That's the most wholesome thing I've ever heard.
I was feeling really sick, so I chugged a Coke, as you do. And
Yeah. I also love that you're like it's comedy. You expect someone to, so I did a bump
Right.
to get myself like that. Different kind of Coke.
Hey, Ashley, Kate drinks her Coke, okay? She is classy.
I funnel it through my butthole. I don't know why I said
you
that.
boof it?
I boof it.
You're boofing your
I thought it
Coke?
was just butt chugging.
Butt
Butt
chugging.
chugging! Check in and see. All right, sorry.
My mind was right there with you.
You will never not hear that song that way. All right. Now we're done.
Well, we are not in the apartment. I'm in my apartment. We're having gay sex. We're having gay sex with one of your favorite guests, Franqi French. Seen him on Curb Your Enthusiasm, Variety, comic to watch. Gonna be one of the greats, no question. Favorite comic of mine. Oh wait, I gotta pin you.
Franqi, that was like my favorite Curb episode this season. You were so
you were so funny.
Thank
You were
you
so
so much.
funny.
I appreciate that. I was very nervous for people to see it. So it was a little nerve-wracking. And it took me a couple of days after it came out to watch it. And then
I feel
I'm
that.
weird like that. I hate listening to myself and definitely don't. But it was really cool to like see the HBO logo come up. You know what I mean? And then like to see my face. I was like, that's so cool. Yeah. So it was really cool. Thank you guys for watching, and I appreciate it.
Listener, if you're getting feedback on this, we apologize. We're in Zoom land, and it's difficult.
And it's done Franqi's fault.
Can I also say I love the Franqi with a background of Franqi?
Yes, I said that earlier.
I'm obsessed.
Double the Franqi.
Double the Franqi, double the fun.
That's just double the problems. That's all. Just make sure you have enough weed for both of those Frankies, because if not, something's gonna go awry.
Well, we're so glad you're here. You're a fan favorite. You're a favorite of mine. Go follow Franqi. The stand-up is not to be missed. Get in early on this fandom, because you can go check her out at some smaller shows right now, and that's not going to be soon. Or not going to be possible soon. I'm a little tired.
No, you're good. This is making me. Bobcat Goldthwait commented on the picture I posted of he and I, saying that I was headed for great things. So you know
That's
what I mean? Like
amazing.
I'm so obsessed with him. I just love him so much. My mom used to make me do impressions of him when I was little. Him and Barney Fife and Lily Tomlin. I had to do impressions of them. That was the only way she paid me attention. So I got really good at doing
and
impressions.
that's why we're here today.
That's why
I was more of a distractor. I didn't need my mom to pay attention to me. I was like trying to pacify fights and like escalate it. That's where my humor came in. That's why I developed the what happened to you, Kate? What trauma caused your sense of humor?
I don't know. I'm just thinking of like your mom being like, your father passed away, and you being like, did I do that?
That's basically what it was like.
Except it was more me being like, everything's gonna be okay. Did I do that? Like, that's
hilarious.
That's what it was.
That is hilarious.
I don't know what made me like this. We're working on that.
You'll figure it out. We all have a reason. Well, let's I feel like we're warmed up. We know the format here, and we're switching it up today. Oh, that's funny because I'm so excited. We're switching it up. Kate is gonna go first today.
Yeah.
We're just trying it out. We're just seeing what's gonna happen.
Should we do intros?
Oh yeah, we should probably do intros. Look at me fucking up already. I have such a fun story. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for you guys to be burning red hot and for me to get all the callbacks in my story.
Woo!
The listener doesn't know this, but it feels so different breaking the room open as opposed to closing the room out. It's like such a different experience.
True.
So I'm excited to be on the ass end today, which I never
Ass
am.
end.
I'm always up top.
Intended.
Excited to eat ass today.
I'm gonna eat so much ass in my story. I'm not, and you'll hear why.
Oh no.
But let's get into the and listener, lots of shows coming up. Phoenix, Denver, Bloomington, Indiana, again, New York every Sunday, DC if this is out, but this won't be out. And we had an amazing Zoom show that Franqi was on last night, a holiday Zoom show.
It's very fun.
Yeah, it was so much fun, and I fixed the Zoom issues, so we will never have a problem again if you're listening and you were like,
and if you missed it, you missed the most high Franqi.
Yes. So what, was anything going on last night that prompted that, or?
It was, so I was supposed to be taking this week off, for the impending holidays. And then I just never took a day off.
Yeah.
And so last night when my husband came home, he's like, hey, we never smoked that joint last night. I was like, well, get it, pussy. Like, why aren't we smoking it then? And then halfway through it, I go, oh shit, I got to do a podcast in like an hour. And I was like, that's cool. It's just a podcast. Like, I can talk high. And I keep smoking. And I was like, I think Ashley sent an agenda for the podcast. Let me look at it. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. It says stand up. Oh, I think maybe she miswrote that. This was definitely a podcast. And then I realized once I logged in that no.
Enter a Zoom room full of 300 people.
Yeah, it was not as intimate as I thought it was going to be. It was just 300 of my closest friends. And then the second highest I've ever been.
Who paid to be there.
It's pretty great. It was pretty great.
You killed it, though. You killed it. I loved that.
Oh, you murdered. That was probably, of all the 3 live events we did, that was probably my favorite.
Yes, I love it. It was a good time. I had a ball. My husband, when I went back in the bedroom, my husband's like, what is so... I was like, dude, I can't even, like, re-explain it to you. I was like, I told the crab leg story. He's like, oh, that's all I need to know. I was like, yeah.
And those are available on our Patreon. If you missed it and you want to go get it, patreon.com/WHGS.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. And they get in for those shows for free. It's really you're literally stealing because the value, whatever. Okay, let's do intros. I am Ashley Gavin. I'm a cis gay white woman. She, her pronouns. I'm feeling tired, but good. I'm just excited about life. I don't know. I'm a loopy doopy from the show last night and calling Zoom all morning. All right. And then, as always, the fat in the chat, the cancel coach, to keep me from getting canceled. Franqi, you play any sports growing up?
I wanted to. I used to pretend to play. I used to pretend to be a sword fighter. What is that called? When you're
fencing.
Fencing, yeah. I used to pretend.
Have we done a fencing one, Kate? I feel like we have. Something about a sword. This fencer over here is playing with an imaginary sword.
100%. Is that me?
I'm talking about Kate, but if you guys want to, what do they call it when they play with their dicks?
I think sword fighting, actually.
Yeah, sword fighting or crossing swords or something like that.
We got 2 fencers here crossing imaginary swords. The first one,
Kate and I would have pretty big dicks. I do feel like
huge, massive imaginary swords.
Yeah, with some meaty clackers hanging. Okay, all right, that's enough.
Meat clackers.
I don't even want to. Please stop. Give it up for Kate Sisk.
Hey, it's me, everybody.
I just said give it up. The people at home are clapping alone. You better clap. You better fucking clap, listener.
It's me, Kate Sisk, the cancel coach, the fat in the chat. Oh, guys, these genders of the week that you are sending to my Instagram, at the Kate Sisk, I am loving. I have been getting a lot of bears lately, and I am fucking loving that. I've got Winnie the Pooh, I've got Paddington, I've got the Sleepy Titan Tea bear.
Yeah.
I'm getting lots of bears sent my way, and nothing makes me happier.
The bear.
The bear. I'm loving that. I'm a white bisexual. I love that I said white twice. I'm white. You can see my veins through my skin because it's winter. I'm white. I'm a white bisexual lesbian dyke. Any pronouns, gender non-conforming.
Nice.
Amazing. And Franqi, do you mind introducing yourself?
Yeah, these are very elaborate intros.
Yeah, we've taken intros to a whole new level in that they are both 20 minutes into every podcast and they're a full segment.
I mean, I love it. So I'm Franqi. I wish I was a dragon. I don't know if that's important, but that's a thing about me that I want to include in my intro.
That's a gender.
Born with a vagina. I feel like that's relevant. I'm half gay, and my pronouns are feel free to call me king, sir, ma'am, anything you want. I'll pretty much answer to it, except for it. I don't like that, and I will punch you in your dick.
Because it was a man that did that.
Yeah, there was a man that did that.
I'm canceled.
Oh no, that is true though. And
that's interesting. Some people are going by it these days as a pronoun.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, if you dig it,
and I almost started laughing, and I put it back into my body because I was like, if that's how they feel euphoric, let's just fucking do this.
It definitely is one that if it is not your pronoun and somebody else calls you it, it's like the lowest of the
it's not cool. Like, you know what I mean? It's not cool unless I say, hey, this is my preference. But you know what? If that's your preference, that's actually dope. I would like to meet someone that prefers it.
I think it's because even with like an animal, it still feels harsh.
Yes.
Because I feel like it traditionally has been used for objects.
Right. And it kind of takes all of your humanity. Yeah.
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 But if you want to be dehumanized, look, we all get in the mood to be a little dehumanized.
I mean, I said I'm half a gay, so sometimes I date women. Sometimes I like to be choked a little bit harder, but, whatever.
I know. I've been seeing this poly girl, and she sees other people, but like the way she sees other people is like clearly for services I can't provide. And it's not even like the dick. It's like literally that I don't know how to tie her up. And like, I won't like beat the shit. She wants to get the shit beat out of her. And like, even if I tried, I don't think that I've like eaten enough chickpeas. I'm a vegetarian. Like, I don't think
I don't have the strength in my hands.
I don't have the iron to give her that experience.
That's very funny. I think
That's hilarious.
Don't you have to know like what you're doing?
Yeah, there's a lot into that.
Yeah. She explained like the different ways that I can hit her. I like rough sex, but like I will not leave a mark on somebody. Like that is
Not even a spanking handprint?
a spanking handprint's fine because that's going away. That's going away.
Look at that gentle. It's like not even a spanking.
I'll like smack an ass, but like it's gonna recover. Like it's not gonna need an ice pack or time. It's because you want the sound. You want that popping sound. You know.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like we always do this, but the best way to spank is actually backhand.
Really?
Like backhand or like this?
I think that it's
Coming
gotta
across
be
this way as opposed to this way, you're gonna get more accuracy and power if you come across this way.
Huh. Now I'm gonna have to test this theory. Thank you.
No problem. Pro
I'm gonna
tip
have to
for
test-
everybody.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to test this out.
I do it like bongos.
You're thinking of boobs, Kate. Those are the boobs.
You're right, Frankie. I apologize.
All right, we're keeping this episode tight because we're doing a bonus episode of You're Having Gay Sex after this recording. If you want that, they are exclusively available on Patreon, our Patreon. Pow, pow, pow. No soundboard, COVID. People are dying. Let's get into Kate's story because we're switching it up today. Kate, did you have gay sex this week?
Oh man, my gay sex this week is a blast from the past. Oh boy, this is a big one.
How
This
far
is like
back are we? I'm already worried.
We're going pretty far back.
All right, trigger warning.
This is when I was with my first boyfriend. This is like an all-time embarrassing moment for me. Anyway, okay, so I was seeing my ex-boyfriend. He was my boyfriend at the time. We started dating in high school, and we continued dating into college. One of my most famous mistakes. And he was not a good guy, but I did like him, and I was attracted to him. And I don't really know what was on my mind, but I had this huge block about like I just was not ready for the next step. Like I was moving very slow. I think part of it is he was my first kiss, and I kissed him literally after I turned 18. Like I was like I was very new to everything, but to be fair, so was he. But so, things are like moving kind of slowly. We've talked about it before when I when I didn't realize that my tits were out and the cop came over. It was like, no. So same boyfriend. So that was, that first second base was months into this. So we're going more and more into the future. He comes to visit me at school.
I think it makes sense that if you had your first kiss when you were 18, like you have more of a brain to process the intimacy like that you're about to have. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I had my first kiss, I think, when I was like 13, and my first kiss with a girl when I was 14. And I feel like I was just in such a place of like...
like wowie zowie?
Yeah, like I was not making informed decisions about like, I was just following where my clit was going. You know what I mean? Like I was just slipping, sliding towards whatever available option I had. So it makes sense to me that your brain's a little more developed.
There was definitely part of it, I think, is that I was like, quote unquote, an adult. So I was like, definitely thinking and then overthinking. And then I think the other part of it is I felt like such a late bloomer that there was like so much like pressure built up. I'm like, I want my first kiss to be perfect. I don't want to do something until I'm like comfortable with it. Like I've waited all this time. Like I might as well make it so that it's something that I really want to be doing.
Franqi, are you good?
I'm sorry, my daughter was talking to me.
Yeah, is everything okay?
Oh, yeah, my daughter just, anytime I'm doing something, they love to interrupt me. It's all good. I love you too. Okay.
Aww.
We love you.
I'm a fan.
Yeah, we're fans.
Franqi, where can we find By the Way They're Gay? Where can we find
that's your podcast with your daughter.
Yeah, it's been on hiatus for a while. We're working on bringing it back. Bootsy started 11th grade, like in class, and so it was a little overwhelming. She's taking like physics and econ, and you know what I mean? And I'm like, you know what? I'm not smart enough to help you with that, so I should let you focus on it. So I think we're gonna bring it back maybe this spring when they go on spring break. I think we'll bring it back. Nice. But if you just search BI By the Way They're Gay on Insta, you'll see our Instagram, and when we start popping back, I'll start posting new stuff there. But yeah, please follow it. Awesome. And we are definitely bringing it back. And my bad for being MIA during your...
No. I just wanted to make sure you were still good.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm totally good. It's just every time Boots sees me doing something, then it's like, oh, you know what? I have a whole cadre of questions I meant to ask you an hour ago when you were doing nothing.
Hey, real quick, Mom, what's the meaning of life?
Basic. Well, she's bringing me pads that, never mind, she didn't need to bring me. Like, I'm sitting at my desk. I'm like, I don't need these pads right now.
I thought you meant period pads.
I am, that's exactly what I'm talking about, period pads.
Why is she?
Galen brought me a handful of period pads.
She was like, you sound pissed off. Let me give you these pads.
Yeah, that's why I'm looking like, why is this happening right now? So anyway, so my apologies, listeners. I'm back. I'm back fully.
Well, I'm glad you have your pads. All right, so Kate, you are moving slow with this guy. You're dating him into college.
Yeah, so we were going slow, and before I went to college, I gave him a hand job.
As a goodbye gift.
No. It wasn't like the day we were leaving.
Okay, I'll see you later. Was this to completion?
So I'll really break it down for you. We hooked up, and he...
How many jerks was it?
More than you think. When we had like our first like sexual experience together, I can't remember if I've told this part of it or what. We were like making out with all our clothes on, and I don't know how, but I had an orgasm. And
you told this last time I was on the podcast, but yes, I remember this.
Oh wait, no, that was a different guy. This was earlier. This was
the
earlier.
Trauma of being with men. You just fully black out.
So I didn't really know. I was like freaked out by the feeling, and I like got in my car afterwards, and I was like, "What was that?" And like I changed my clothes because I thought my parents would be able to smell it on me. Like
the dick?
No, my own orgasm. I don't know.
Oh, wait, I'm confused. Who are we talking about?
They're gonna smell my orgasm on me.
This is my high school boyfriend. This is the summer we're going into college.
You jerked him off. You had an orgasm.
We were just making out with clothes on. I had an orgasm. I freaked out.
You have a gift.
Changed all my clothes because I was afraid that people could tell or something. And then all I can think about is hooking up. It's just like my brain went insane. After like so many years of being dormant sexually, I was just like, I cannot stop thinking about it.
The bear emerges from hibernation.
100%.
So then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna like give him a hand job. And I gave him a hand job, and it wasn't...
I just love that you're like, I have to fuck. Let me give him a hand job.
That's exactly what it was. It was like I was so horny, but I was so cautious. So I was like, oh my God, all I can think about is sex. Let me just rub his dry dick, and nobody likes it. So it wasn't working, like he wasn't coming, and I was like, how can I make this better for you? And he was like, well, like ideally some sort of lubrication, like spit maybe. And so I spat on my hand, and he was like, no, like you could go down on me. and he hadn't gone down on me yet.
Rude.
We were in the fucking back of a car, and I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do that, dude.
Good for you.
We make a plan that he gets like, I don't know, olive oil or coconut oil or something.
You're rescheduling the hand job post errands?
Yes.
So bring back some EVOO.
Yeah. Rachel Ray.
We're gonna Rachel Ray that cock. Okay, all right.
Rachel Ray's like, I'm just doing a Trump impression because I can't do the raspiness between Trump and Rachel Ray. I just like skip over Rachel Ray. This is Trump as Rachel Ray giving a hand job. We have a delightful sausage. Your little sausage. Everyone loves a little sausage. Get that EVOO on the sausage. Okay, if you don't have any sausage, you can use a hot dog. If you don't have any anything will do. It's an easy recipe. This meal is under 30-minute hand job, which might seem long, but for Kate, it's actually quick.
Okay, honestly, if I was Rachel Ray, I would be giving him a hand job with my feet. Moving on.
Hilarious.
So we did it with like the olive oil, and I remember the moment that I saw the semen come out of his penis, my world just like I don't know, like obviously I'd had sex ed and I had friends who had sex and stuff, but like it was like, oh, this is like real. Like this isn't something that like the grown-ups made up. Like like
semen is real.
Yes, like there are little sperms like on my hand.
This was like an X-Files realization for you. It's out there.
Yes.
Guys, I'm queasy. But
it's just like it was mind-blowing to me at the time. And then, you know, I'm still like, I'm just like hopped up on the idea of hooking up, but I'm still
Are you turned on by the semen, or is it like scientific mind-blowing? Is it horny mind-blowing?
I think I was turned on by his pleasure. I was mind blown in kind of like in a scientific way, like, oh, this is like life in my hand.
I'm holding his babies.
Dude, that's fucking gay. That's the gayest thing you've ever said.
But my mind was also blown, like, when I had my first period, I was like, oh my gosh, my body was ready to make a baby. Like, that's insane.
I had that too, actually.
You guys are lucky. I didn't know what was happening. I thought I'd been shot in my vagina.
Are you fucking serious?
I'm dead serious. No one told me that I was going to get a period.
Franqi, my mom didn't tell me about my period either, and I found out, thankfully, through my fucking therapist when I realized that I was missing a critical piece of information. Yeah, I almost didn't know.
No, I was just like, I don't know. I was just like hiding underwear, and then like stealing. Once I ran out of underwear, I just started stealing my grandmother's underwear. Yeah, I hear how it sounds.
Anyway, now Franqi and I are funny, and we're still trying to figure out why Kate is. So
when I got my period, I screamed, "Is that what I think it is?" So even knowing beforehand, it still doesn't go over well.
My daughter just comes down. I was out of town. My daughter comes downstairs and she says to her dad, I got my period. I need you to go get me some pads. Mommy already told me what to do. And then just went back to her room. Yeah.
Wow. See,
had it totally under control. Never, like, she's just like been perfect about it this entire time.
That's good parenting. When I was a camp counselor, I had campers who like just knew, and I couldn't believe the level of fluency they were talking. And at the time, I didn't think, oh, bad parenting. I was just like, wow, these kids are mature. Like, I didn't ever think to. Yeah. Sorry, Kate. Keep going.
So basically, we're like, every new thing that we do is like a fucking marvel to me, and it's both something that I'm like afraid of and want to hold off from doing, but also like can't wait to do. There's like this bizarre in between thing. So eventually, by the time I'm in college, he comes to visit me, and the weekend that he's visiting me, we were like, okay, we're gonna have oral sex with each other, and it also unfortunately was like parents' family weekend. So like, because I was a freshman in college, so like family comes to see, and so many of my family came to see me, and
I'm trying to get oral. What do you guys want?
But it was like a mind fuck, because like as I was like, I'm like hugging everyone goodbye. I'm like, bye mom, bye dad.
And you're just thinking, I'm gonna lick a peen
bye,
in the
grandma.
next 30 minutes.
Yes. But instead I was like, I can't do this. I was like, as I hugged each family member, I was like, I can't let you down. I can't let you down. I can't let you down.
And that's how Kate became funny.
So there's this, like, the dark side of this story is we did not end up having oral sex, and that made him really mad and angry. And I would say that that's a red flag. Like, if you're with someone
that guy
who is angry about your boundaries, that's like a get out of there moment.
Yeah.
Mind you, I described college to my mother as an what did I say? An orgy with homework.
Hilarious.
Everyone's fucking all the time. They're just getting blackout drunk and sucking each other off. I fucking hate it here. Like,
hilarious. I love that. I love that. That's hilarious.
Everyone was fucking all the time, and I had a faraway boyfriend and like was well behaved and didn't drink and all this shit. So I have one night of not even oral sex with my boyfriend, and he's mad, and that sucks. But I go out in the morning and somebody has thumbtacked a condom to my door.
Bastards.
Why?
I guess they could hear me, or they knew I was being visited or something. They it was like a passive aggressive, like, I heard you coming last night. Here's a fucking condom.
What?
Oh, wow.
Rude.
What a weirdo.
I would have given you like a card being like, congratulations on your great time. That's so mean.
I was really pissed off. But so I go home for Christmas break, topical. And I'm like, and I've like gotten over kind of a lot of the shame of that weekend. Like the shame of like, oh, like, I'm not supposed to have sex. I'm in a family. Like, like completely flying over my head. Like,
I'm in a family.
Yeah.
Only orphans have sex.
Only orphans fuck. And they all go to school with me. So I had gotten over that shame. I had like worked through the shame of him being like angry about my boundaries, which in retrospect should have kept that shame, should have got out that relationship. And I'd worked over the shame of like my classmates being like, you slut, I'm putting a condom on your door. So I was like, okay, we're gonna have oral sex.
Can we rename this show to We're Having Oral Sex? Okay, go ahead.
So, so again, everything has been both like scary and exciting and like a scientific marvel to me up to this point. And we decided we were going to do oral sex on each other. And we decided...
Like switching or 69 for your first time?
Switching.
Oh, okay, I was about to say, wow, 69, that's pretty... It's pretty advanced move there.
You went from shame to just full blown...
The Kama Sutra.
Kama Sutra, yeah.
So I was like, okay, the order of this is you're going to eat me out and then I'll go down on you. Because I don't want to get your cum in my mouth, kiss you, and then you put your cum on my pussy because I'll get pregnant.
Well, that's exactly how you get pregnant.
Yep. We might be 69ing, but we're also Catholic. So we need to keep all of these things in mind.
So not only did we have the order of like, he'll go down on me first and then I'll go down on him, we also had Listerine because we had Googled it and apparently the alcohol in the Listerine kills the sperms.
This is fantastic.
I know that you're bi and like you're attracted to men, but every one of these like little steps that I'm hearing is just like, please just come out of the closet. Please just come out of the closet.
So yeah. Also, it's hilarious. I was at like an elite liberal arts college during this, and I'm like Googling how to kill sperm. Like something is wrong that my grades could be good enough to get me into that school, and my sex ed could be poor enough that I'm like, you do me first, because otherwise me make baby inside me. Like,
yes, that's my favorite thing.
So he goes down on me, it feels very good, and then I start going down on him, and then his parents come home before I finish. And they don't catch us, but we have to stop, and he gets so pissed. Again, another red flag.
What the fuck, dude?
At you?
He's like, oh, I know we should have done me first or something. Like, I know we shouldn't have we should have just done it when you were at school. It was a bad relationship. He was a bad boyfriend.
I'm gonna waterboard this guy with Listerine.
Yes, fair. I like it. Can I hold the shirt over his face? Okay.
It won't kill him, but it will kill his sperms. So then we turned on Anchorman for sound background so that his parents would think we were just watching a movie in the other room. And I gave my first blowjob to completion to the award-winning film Anchorman.
Yo,
That's
I love Anchorman.
pretty hilarious.
Wow.
And I hate
Wow.
the boy in this story. I'm gonna punch
He
him in his
sucks.
face.
He's bad. If you, I guess the moral of this story is cum is cool, and if you sense a red flag, get out as early as possible. But it's never too late to get out.
100%.
What a well, thank you for sharing that, Kate. What a fucking story. I think Will Ferrell would be proud of you for setting boundaries.
He would 100%, especially that kid Ron. What's his name?
Burgundy.
Ron Burgundy. Yeah, he would be super proud.
One more time, I'm coming to Phoenix, Indiana, Denver, South Florida, New York every Sunday. Free bonus episodes on our Patreon, patreon.com/WHGS. Let's pay Alex and Kate. Listener, you're a special little snowflake in that you're very much like a clit. You know, all clits are different. They come in different shapes and sizes, and they like to be held in different ways. And wouldn't it be great if you had a mattress that accommodated your needs the way a gentle, caring lover accommodates your clit? And if you don't have a clit, just go along with the analogy for a moment, okay? Helix is that gentle lover that you need in your life, because Helix knows that everyone is unique, right? I have a Helix. It was made just for me. I went to helixsleep.com. I took their 2-minute quiz, and I got a mattress that matches the way that I sleep, including things like my lower back pain, the temperature that I like, the position that I sleep in. Whether you like a side-to-side action or a little circle, Helix knows, and it's going to match you with the perfect mattress. I've had my Helix for well over a year now, and it's the best sleep I've ever gotten in my life. But don't just take my word for it, okay? Helix was awarded the #1 best overall mattress pick of 2020 by GQ and Wired magazine, and it's been recommended by leading chiropractors and doctors of sleep medicine as a go-to solution for improving your sleep. And it works, listeners. Just go to helixsleep.com/gaysex, take their 2-minute quiz, and they'll match you to a customized mattress that will give you the best sleep of your life. They have a 10-year warranty. If you don't like it, you also have 100 days to try it out. And if you want a refund, you get a full refund. They will come and pick it up for you, okay? No stress with Helix. And right now, Helix is offering up to $200 off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners at helixsleep.com/gaysex. Truly, guys, I love this mattress. Go get it. Franqi, did you have gay sex this week?
Wow, I feel like a big fat whore now. I'm listening to Kate's backstory. I'm like, yeah, okay. I had my first kiss at like 13, but
I'm a slut.
No, you don't want it how I had it.
No, but it sounds so sweet and innocent.
Less sex, more mint.
I found porn really early. I found my brother's porn when I was like in first grade.
Yeah.
I was pretty well versed at sex. I didn't know what it was I was looking at or what the feeling, you know what I mean? Like I didn't understand it, but I was like, that's where penises and vaginas go, right in your mouth. Got it. And so I think I may have been a little more advanced. So the story that I'm going to tell is about the time I went down on my best girlfriend at a public fountain at Reston Town.
Yo, I'm so excited about this.
I'm in.
I'm so excited about this.
Franqi, your background self also looks interested in the story.
Oh, my background self was like, what? What did you do? So my husband and I meet up with my best girlfriend, who was at the time living in Florida, and came down for a visit. And so we went this is a very short story.
That's okay.
Some of it I don't remember because I was pretty drunk. And so we went out.
Well, we're going to interrupt you in a way that most listeners are going to enjoy, but a couple are going to get mad in the comments.
Oh, yeah,
and we're going to add color commentary to this.
Yeah, please. So we meet up with my friend. We'll call her Angela. Actually, no, I know Angela and I hate her. We'll call her Catherine. That sounds like a nice name.
That's my mom's name.
Okay, no.
Vito.
We'll call her Lexi.
Great.
Okay, cool. So we meet up with Lexi. And just to put you in mind of what Lexi looks like. Okay, here's a perfect example of what Lexi looks like. Lexi looks like a young Halle Berry. Super
Dude,
hot.
what?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh no, like fucking smoke show. So anyway, so we go to the bar and we're just like bar hopping, hanging out. And my husband's like a super gentleman. Like no matter who he's out with, he like just feels responsible to take care of everyone. So he's like paying the tab, pulling out chairs, opening doors. He's that guy, right?
That's very sweet.
Oh, he's an older black guy, so he's very. It's like in which I'm very lucky because even though he's like very traditional, he's also very open minded at the same time. I don't know how that happened, but I'm very lucky. And so
I might have seen your husband the other day. I saw. I'm joking. It was somebody else, but I saw a man out with his girlfriend, and he was undoing her like laced heels.
Yeah.
Because she didn't want to walk anymore, and he was just like untying them one by one.
Yeah, that's 100. Yep, that's 100% something my husband. And he would also then give me his sneakers and walk in his stocking feet. Like that's who he is.
That's
as a
next
human.
level.
Yeah.
Oh, he's next level for sure.
I like chivalry and in an ungendered way. Like I think doing things like that for your partner is so sweet. And
Same.
For sure, it's a great quality.
So, so it's probably about 1:30 at night, and I don't know if you guys are in New York. So anyone in the D.C., Maryland, Virginia area, you probably know what Reston Town Center is. So I'll help you get in the mind of it. It's like I don't know how to. It's like a metropolitan area of maybe like 4 city square blocks, and there's like a movie theater, all kinds of shops. And dead in the center of it, so I'm painting a pretty good picture here. Dead in the center of it is this really tall fountain. And you can kind of sit around on the inside of the fountain. There's like, whatever.
Yeah.
And so, or you can just like kind of walk through to pass through to go through like a different part of the town center.
Yeah.
It's about 1:30 in the morning. And we're just like kind of stopped there hanging out, talking and laughing. And then I honestly don't know how it went from that to me going down on my friend.
I know this takes place in DC in this like Reston Town Center,
in
but
Virginia.
I was really hoping that this was going to take place in front of the Abraham Lincoln Memorial with the long pool. You know what I mean?
That would have been this was way more in the open. That's like more secluded. This is literally a major thoroughfare. People are walking by. It's not. This is a Saturday night. This isn't like.
Oh my God.
Yeah, there's the center's not closed. They don't close till 2 a.m. So people are actively bar hopping. This one dude stops and fist bumps my husband like, I don't know.
And your husband was like, yeah, I paid all the tabs and I'm carrying all the purses, but I'm also taking this fucking fist bump.
He's like, I also pulled down the panties and I gave Franqi a Listerine breath strip, so I took care of everything that needed to be taken care of.
So she doesn't have to worry about her sperms.
He like put his coat underneath Lexi's head as she like laid down on the fountain.
You're not wrong. Like you're not at all wrong. Like
what is your husband doing? Is he watching? Is he?
Yeah, I mean, so we were talking about what was going to be happening later that evening for the 3 of us. And the 2 of us wanted to get started.
You just fast tracked it. You had the fast pass. You had the fast pass at the amusement park, and your husband's still waiting in line.
Yeah, pretty much. But he was such a good sport because he's sitting there. People are looking at him like, "Sir, 2 questions. How did you make this happen? And do you think you can get my wife involved in some way?" Like, people are looking at him like he's like the people's fucking champ. You know what I mean? Because so that happened. And here's the crazier part about it. It wasn't like this was like, okay, like 5 minutes and like, oh my God, I can't believe it. We were there for like 30 minutes. Like it was like.
Did you to completion?
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ, Frank.
Yeah.
Jesus, I can't come in public. I can't come in public.
Well, that's the weirder part about it. It was like there was no one there. It was, but I immediately after she finished,
it felt like there was no one there. There were actually many people there.
Lots of people. This is Saturday night, and the only place to hang out in this town. So all of the people were there.
Did you swap? Did you both come?
No, we later at her place. She lived like on that same plaza. We could have very well walked like 20 feet and gone inside.
It wasn't like a long train ride or an Uber home. It's like
no. This is a walk. This was like, this is
steps.
just like a couple of steps. But just so you know, this is just who I am as a human. That night is actually a very good depiction of what's Franqi like. I'm like that.
You're like a public pussy eating.
So, I mean, sometimes you got to put it on the table, let them see what you're working with.
Sometimes you got to put it on the fountain bench and let people see what you're working with.
Oh, no, it wasn't the fountain bench. It was like, that would have been more respectable and hidden. It was like the bench is down here, and then like the armrest part, I had her up on the armrest.
Oh my fucking God, you're going to town. You're not under a skirt.
I honestly,
going to town.
Seriously don't know how we did not get that, how the police didn't get involved. Like, I honestly don't know how we weren't reported. I don't know. It's a mystery, and I'm not even being funny, but like, I remember that moment vividly. We were there for at least 30 minutes, at least.
I think it's because people respected the game. Like, I think it's because people were like, this is so fucking insane. Like, I could call the cops on them, but like, the level of commitment to what they're doing, the art form, your husband is like, we could walk away. This is art. This isn't a public display of nudity. This is craft. This is a choice.
She was kissing my husband for the majority of this, for a lot of this.
Wow.
So, he did have minimal involvement, but also he had purses too in both hands.
And a raging boner, I'm sure.
I'm sure. He's not a little guy. We'll leave it at that. Not a little guy. No. You're gonna see that boner. Yeah. You are gonna notice that boner. And then we retired to her place and had a great night.
Wow, what an incredible story. Franqi, I love you so much.
I love you guys too so much. That's like, and just for the record, that's one of my more tame stories. So
I thought you were gonna be like, just for the record, I wouldn't do it again.
Oh, pish posh. No, absolutely.
I wish I had that in me, man. I think the closest that I've done to something like that is like getting fingered. I've been fingered to completion in a car, like a moving car.
I respect it.
Moving.
Were
you driving?
It was on the episode with Francesca Farrago, if you're going to look for it, back in January or February of 2021. Look, I'm going to say everything that happens on this podcast is humor and art.
It's alleged?
Allegedly, I did all of that stuff at the fountain.
I got jerked off in a moving car that I was driving, and I came. Allegedly.
Perfect.
Allegedly. Kate, oh man, sometimes I want to retell these stories for you, Kate, honestly. I just
Funny.
love your reaction. Well, thank you, Franqi. I'm gonna go now.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Ashley, did you have gay sex this week? I have not. But have I? Has it been a week?
Probably.
I think I've had sex within 7 days, but I don't know when the last time I had sex was. I'm doing a finger blast from the past. This is the story of the time that I performed stand-up comedy at a swingers party.
Yes.
The year is 2017. It is what I thought was gonna be a huge year for me. I had booked in 2016 a couple of stand-up shows that did not matter and mean nothing, and I felt really good about them. So I'd been on TV a couple times. In February, I headlined Caroline's. I fucking sold it out. I was like, this is my fucking year. I am going to crush. Cue a number of stand-up failures.
No.
Just so many sad things happened to me. My manager, I think, dropped me for quote unquote, I don't even care, for being too aggressive because I was like so ambitious.
That's weird.
That sounds sexist to me.
It is. He didn't even tell me that. I found that out through my friend who got told by one of his other clients. So he was telling other clients that Ashley Gavin is too aggressive, and that's why I dropped. The most unprofessional. If you hear this, dude, fuck off. You made a huge mistake. Okay.
Yeah.
I know who this is.
Anyway, I was feeling it. Like, I was supposed to do I had a number of like horrible career things happen to me, and I was feeling really down. And then to cap it all off, at the end of this horrible year that I thought was going to be good, I got invited to do a stand-up gig on New Year's Eve at a Holiday Inn in New Jersey that was completely rented out, right over the bridge, completely rented out for a swingers party. And to have gone from the TV appearances and headlining Caroline's at the beginning of the year to being like, well, I really need this money. I'll go do the swingers party. Man, like, thank you all for supporting my career. Like, this was so fucking dark.
So wait a minute. Were they dressed? Because I'm picturing a room full of very naked people doing stuff while I'm doing stand-up.
Great question. They were dressed, but something that I was not told is that they rented out the hotel, and their rules or whatever is that like pretty much anyone can be naked at any time.
Okay. So they just like started slowly getting nude.
So what happened is I walk in, and almost as soon as I walk in, everyone looks at me. And by everyone, I mean the women. The men are not interested in me. Like, the men could not fucking care less, but the women and everybody is over 50.
Oh,
like,
perfect.
Literally
Perfect.
Everybody is over. And this is not a fancy place. This is like a cheap ass Bridge and Tunnel
So
Holiday
you're saying
Inn.
like, this is like your friends' moms and dads are like
Yep.
sitting, ugh.
So gross. And so I walk in and people see me and they're like, oh, she's young, she's cute. I get flashed immediately. Women are just fucking popping their tits out at me. I was first flashed at the age of 11 by a man. I felt more attacked by these experiences. Because that was just like a crazy dude on the corner. These were like people who were like really, you know?
They were making actual plays at you with...
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, oh, she's here. Bam, what do you think of these that are down there?
Also, look, I didn't see a nipple that I particularly enjoyed.
Oh my
I don't want
gosh.
to shame any nipples.
I mean, we don't need a nipple shame, but we can be honest about what you saw. This is your trauma. You can talk from your trauma.
It was a lot of, and maybe it was colored by the fact that I didn't want to see these nipples. You know what I mean? Like maybe the nipples appeared to be more fearsome than they actually were because I was in a heightened state of anxiety.
I think what Ashley's trying to say is that these weren't, when she says over 50, these weren't like over 50 Halle Berry boobs.
Right.
That's what we're saying. These are more like Roseanne Barr boobs. Okay.
It's unfortunate.
I'm just saying, whatever that means to you.
It's unfortunate, whatever Roseanne Barr, in case you're lacking, because this is an ambiguous.
These were canceled titties.
These were titties that said the N-word on Twitter.
Bam! That's all I'm
These are
trying to
titties
say.
that ruined a long legacy of humor with one night of racism.
These were Dog the Bounty Hunter tits, is what I'm trying to. Okay.
Okay, wait. Who sings Margaritaville? Jimmy Buffett?
Jimmy Buffett.
Yes.
My brother, he went when he was in middle school, went to a Jimmy Buffett concert, and this like 60-year-old
Honestly,
flashed him, and he was like, "No, I hate it." And he said he comes home and he's like, "Her nipples look like baby penises."
And look, I don't want to shame any of our listeners who feel that their nipples qualify as this. They probably don't. Like, I was just so. I was terrified. I really was feeling like
It's okay if they do classify as baby penises. This is the thing. There's somebody out there that likes your old saggy baby penis nipple. Don't feel embarrassed by it. And I'm not even trying to be funny right now. There's someone out there that's like, you know what my shit is? I love old saggy baby dick nipples. Somebody likes that shit. We know, seriously, that's a point.
And also, like, every nipple, every girl that I've like serious. Not all nipples. Every girl that I've loved, no matter what her nipples have looked like, I love those nipples. You know what I mean? Like,
right, yeah.
And I talk about, like, bodies are bodies. Like, everybody's body is different, and you come to love, when you love someone, you come to love things that you didn't know that you loved before. And
also, I think the root is it's okay to criticize the body parts of somebody who has flashed them to you against you.
Yeah, I guess I'm
If
guessing
it's
getting
unwarranted,
to.
I can say my opinion. I don't like your baby dick nipples. I can say
Right.
that.
And honestly, it might have just only been like one of the nipples because I did block a lot of this out, I think. But the women were like super interested in me making passes at me. There was one lesbian couple, which was cool, or maybe two. And I was like, why? What do you got? What is going on? Maybe one of them was bi, one of them was gay. There was one couple that was like on the younger side that I was like, oh, these people look like people that I might know. But everyone else was like your mom's friend at a Jimmy Buffett concert. Like that's who everyone else was. And so I was getting flashed left and right. I go up there. I did my set. I had probably the best set I've ever had in my entire life.
Wow.
Like this crowd was so fun. Like just sexually liberated straight people are, in my opinion, the most fun crowd because like they're not stuck up about sexuality and they're not traumatized by years of homophobia that they're so afraid what the comic is going to say. They were just like the most desensitized audience on the planet. And so they were so fucking good. And I had a great time and people flashed me during the performance. Yeah, it was the best of times. It was the worst of times, really. My career was
It was
just
the
totally...
best of nips. It was the worst of nips.
It was a really fun show and I had a great time. And I don't think that I would ever swing, but it was cool to see all these people having like such an amazing time together in this like consenting environment and like doing the thing they wanted to do and like yeah, it was really neat. And they asked me to come back next year and I didn't. So things got better for me. It gets better. You can pull yourself out of
things got better for me. That was a fantastic story. I thoroughly enjoyed that.
Very funny.
So we're at the end here. Franqi, what do you want to plug? I'm so glad that you're here. Do your butt plugs.
You know what I'll plug? I'm headlining DC Comedy Loft April 8th and 9th, and I want to sell it out.
Yeah.
I'm
Fuck
excited
yeah.
about it. And I haven't headlined in a while, so I mean I have headlined, but not like where I'm doing like an hour. So I'm working on a new hour. I may be getting tapped to do a special, so this is very important to me.
Go follow Franqi. Keep up on those updates.
There's only 60 seats because they've backed away. They've less tickets because of COVID. So there's only 60 seats per show. Right now there are only 2 shows for that Friday and that Saturday. If we sell them out, I'll add 2 more. So get your tickets.
Go get your tickets.
Yeah.
I love Franqi so much. You are meant to be enjoyed in a longer format, no question. So I'm really excited to see what you can do in an hour. That sounds really fun.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked about it. Thank you guys.
Kate, anything you want to plug?
I want to plug somebody giving Franqi this special. I really want to watch it. Just my Instagram and Twitter at the Kate Sisk. It really helps me out. And putting the Lucas Spectacular on a little bit of a hold right now until we figure out what's happening with COVID.
And I'm in, once again, Phoenix, Denver, Bloomington, Indiana, New York every Sunday. And I'm gonna plug whoever's gonna give me a special.
Yes.
I also deserve a special, and this is not to take away from Franqi.
No, please.
This is purely just to insert myself back into the conversation.
Yeah, put it out there in the universe. I would love to see an hour of Ashley.
That's and you can at those shows. But Franqi, we should do a show together sometime. That would be really fun.
Don't be a dumb bitch. Let's make it happen. I'm into that.
I won't be a dumb bitch. Are you flirting with me? It's crazy how much a little bit of blood went into my cheeks, just the teeniest bit when you called me a dumb bitch. I don't know what it is. I love being called a dumb bitch.
Stop.
Listener, last week I went to Washington, D.C. We did 5 sold out shows. It was one of the best experiences of my life. And so my gay thought this week is just a little bit of gratitude to all of you who've been supporting me since I was doing backyard shows, since before I could even go outside because of COVID to perform. It just means so much to me. And I can't, this is a dream come true to go to these different places and perform and have my name on the marquee and get like a standing ovation. Like that it's just so incredible to meet you all in person and perform for you. And it's a dream come true. And I just love you guys so much. So thank you for supporting me. There's a lot of love in my heart, you little bottom. I'm just reaching in all the way and holding your heart in my hand. I don't know what I'm saying. This is insane. Okay.